Learn me some S.
Nah, you know something. You know something, right?
I don't know.
More mommy, right? What'd you say? What you be saying? How many pesos? How much? How mucho? How mucho?
How mucho?
How mucho?
Oh my God.
Cachape. Cachape. I cachape. You. Don't act like niggas ain't got pussy off that translator app before.
Yo.
Don't act like it ain't happened when it has.
Oh, man. Now, my man just told me they just came from Colombia and they was using the translator app in Colombia.
I want the bad bitches out there to raise their escort prices, man. Like, they be so bad for $7. Like, God damn, come on. Come on, ma. I want to pay you all night, but I ain't going to give you this fucking $48 and feel good.
Why?
Because, man, I feel like I'm paying for the STD at that point. No,
you earned it.
No, you got to raise this price. Niggas got 7 pesos out here. Don't do that. Come on, let's move on.
Joe said, well, how many of your girls' bills do you pay per month? And I said, none. My girl works.
Same.
And I said, how much do you pay your girl per month?
So we start with lies. I just want to be clear. Let me put some lip balm on.
Yeah, you do that.
On.
You butter up your lips,
So we're
liar.
starting with lies.
The lies roll off better when you got buttery lips.
All right, we starting with lies. Go ahead, get your
Where's the lie? You were there.
I was there.
You don't pay nothing nowhere for your girl. You just let your girl thug it out on the bills every month. There's no talk about it. There's no help. There's no nothing, huh?
Joe, I pay mortgage wherever I live.
What does that have to do with your girl's bills?
I don't pay any of my girl's bills.
No, I don't believe you.
My girl pays her own car note, her own insurance, and her own bills.
Impossible.
Do you give her money?
No.
Impossible.
So she
lying to your friend's face right now. Honestly. Yo, why you keep having good topics?
Yo,
this ain't even our good topic.
I don't understand.
It's a whole new topic.
Yo.
Ish, can you stop it? Yo, all right, before you say another word. Wait, before you say another word. Let me share something with you. Yo, the way I view you is the way I will always view you, my brother.
It ain't gonna change.
What you have done in life has already far superseded anything that I could ever come to expect of you. I love you.
Yeah, just let him go.
As you are.
Let him cook.
I love you as your relationship exists. You never have to pretend for me. This is a real bond.
See, I'm with you. Keep going.
So you could just kick it with me, man. You don't have to keep lying. Like lies on when you
ask you
compound lies with lies, all you get is lies.
Lies times lies equals lies squared.
All right, I'm sick of him and this beer. Somebody, y'all believe what Ish is saying the whole time?
Possible. I don't know what this girl does for a living.
I don't believe it.
Why? Tell me why.
Thank you.
To say. That's why I asked you, do you at least give her money? You said you don't give her no money. You don't pay any of her bills. It's like
I feel like you must slide
y'all are
her
roommates
sometimes.
Like she just
He's
holding
something.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
I don't pay my girl's bills, but sometimes like if she's going out with her friends or something, I'll throw a little something in the cash app and make sure she has a great time.
It's great.
Nah, you lying too. Y'all both lying. Yo, this whole side of the room gonna lie.
Rim is right there saying that she's
don't
not
do that.
lying.
I'm not including nobody's wife. I don't even talk to niggas' wives. I don't even talk to nobody's wife. Y'all just gonna keep lying?
Joe, I don't do that.
Yeah, y'all different. I don't know.
Why we gotta be different? Why the fuck y'all can't be different?
Maybe we different then.
All right, say that.
Whatever.
So then we went through niggas' cash apps to see how much money niggas be sending in an allowance bag.
No, we didn't go through niggas' cash apps. We went through my cash app.
Oh, you niggas. You niggas.
I pulled mine up and put it back.
And I threw a number out.
Got mad at myself.
And I threw an average out.
And then it led to, damn, that's as much as a job. Some people don't make
for some people.
Some people bring home that. Some people, that's before tax income.
Yeah, the poor's.
Yo, you got chill.
He right.
He's not right.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Savon.
I'm sorry.
Savon.
I said I'm sorry.
Savon, can you hear me?
No.
You hear me, yo?
Yeah.
All right. As long as you hear me. Good. Mark, we'll time it up.
Well, listen. So what his allowance allotment is what some people bring home.
Nigga trying to get me smoked. He trying to get me smoked. Her allowance,
her stipend,
allowance
her per
allotment.
diem.
Yeah, she ain't getting per diem.
Yeah, they gonna come for you now. That's what he doing. He giving out allotment. Yo, allowances. Hey, Joe Budden. But anyway, right?
So then Ish said,
I said, yo, you might as well employ her so you can write it off.
Here it come.
So then
That's smart though.
Shit. He says, Ish, you can't possibly do that. I said, yes, you can. What do you mean, nigga? She's the consultant. She's an admin. She do something. So he says, Ish, you would never do that in a million years. I said, Joe, if I made as much money as you make, my girl would
not
be...
a lot of money.
Yo, putting a $10.99 in your girl's stocking every Christmas is sick.
But I mean,
now my girl...
Watch
if
but I feel you. He's right.
We a team
it's
here.
Still hilarious.
Yeah, he's right in man brain, logic,
real
world
I would
brain.
have that conversation.
Absolutely.
Yo, this is what
It's
we
gonna say
do.
us
And you would lose
money.
it.
You would?
And you would lose it.
Tell me how.
No, I don't think you would.
Joe, so listen. If your girl worked for you and you paid her $70,000 a year, just say, right?
Hypothetical.
We hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetical.
You know, y'all are men, so y'all are man hypotheticaling.
Yeah, I am.
In the man hypothetical, if it's a girl, I'm girl brain. That starts wrong already.
Because that's not enough?
Because you're my man. So whatever you're giving me,
I'm giving you.
You're giving me.
I know.
Not because I won a title at your little stupid company that you're running.
If you on my team, Dodo, you gonna take this $10.99. I'm giving you the money regardless.
No, because I don't want to be taxed from the man that I love. And if you're doing that, then I have to question
love
the
Uncle
love
Sam.
in the first place.
And this is where I didn't.
And this is where the prenup argument comes in. See, we having a talk that y'all want to have, but it's the same premise as the prenup argument.
No, it's not.
If y'all think that y'all gonna live happily, taxing your girl's money.
Not taxing your girl. So again,
wait, what are you doing then?
I'm about to get to it. So hypothetically, you pay your girl $80,000 a year.
She got a raise since the last
Let
hypothetical.
me finish, yo.
But, yeah,
I just want 50. It don't
All right,
matter.
just say 50 so that we could.
So you pay your girl's car note.
Yes.
You're giving your girl $50,000 a year. Now your girl gets to write off her car note on her taxes. The same Range Rover shit we discussed, you got your girl a Range Rover, supercharged, 6,000 pounds. Your girl gets to write it off.
But
you might as well have.
Go ahead. Nothing for 40 grand.
Extra? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Who you know got car note? Outside
me?
of yourself.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I know a few people.
Me too.
So what are you talking about?
Again, listen to my point.
Go ahead.
If you were giving your girl a salary, on paper, it's just on paper. That's
the only thing that changes is the paper. That's how I looked at it.
So again, now instead of paying your girl's car,
conversation. I'm saying that when you go up to your girl and say, "Yo, I want to give you a salary," the girl brain pops in. And now,
not if she's a team player. Not if she's a team player.
Not if she understands what's going on.
Not if she's a team player. Yo,
y'all got a lot of variables. If your girl understands everything that's going on, then fucking we all live happily ever after. But is that how it normally goes?
No.
Does your girl normally understand all of your great business, save money points? And honestly, I'm asking y'all.
No, they don't.
So I don't want it to sound like I'm arguing with y'all because I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying when you take this man logic and try to enact it in the world where it should make sense, and it don't make sense, where you start meeting resistance, y'all saying that's kind of far-fetched, and if you got somebody that understands, and if they love you, and if it's a kickback, and I'm like, where? I just don't understand where. I couldn't say that to no girl.
Yes, you could.
You could.
I think if it's said right.
Yes, you can.
If it's
you sit down
properly,
and explain.
I also don't think y'all could, but I'm listening to y'all.
If you sit down and explain to your girl, it's like a tax exemption that they give for kids.
You know how many times I've spoken to mad baby moms of mine and said, "Yo, if we do things this way, we get more. Our kid gets more." Stop this, yo, because I'm gonna start talking.
Let me finish. No, let me finish. So again, you keep cutting me off, but if you with your kids, right? The law states that you could pay your kids up to $12,000, right? It's a write-off for you. Mm-hmm. Your kids don't got to pay taxes on that money. That's a real law. So if you paying Trey's tuition, why the fuck would I not say Trey works for Joe Budden Network? I'm going to give him up to $12,000 a year that he don't got to pay taxes on. That becomes now a tax liability for me for $12,000. That makes sense. Stop. Now, I'm going to put it to the girlfriend example. If I'm giving my girl money anyway, right?
It's free money for her.
Why would I not now say, my girl's an employee, I get to get the tax liability. Your girl don't got to pay taxes on the bread because now she's funneling the money into a different expense that she has. And you're saying that the girl's not going to rock with that. If the girl don't rock with that, that's some reevaluations need to come into play, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Some real reevaluations need to come into play, in my opinion.
It should make sense.
I know, in a room full of men. I think everything he's saying is
Rim
unrealistic.
is right here, and I don't want to pull Rim in, but she's the female.
She's not.
If I want to put you on salary, would you take the salary?
I can't. We can't. Wait, stop. Before you answer anything, Rim confirms nothing.
Why?
Because she's not a girl.
No, she's a wife, a whole ass wife that's on her man's team.
We don't have to debate. You know what I'm saying when I say that. Is Rim indicative of the women that have contrary thinking to what we're saying?
Fair.
No.
No.
So I totally expect for her to come in and agree with a lot of the logical things we're saying. I don't think that that's a fair representation. That's why I'm saying that. It's no disrespect to Rim.
They gonna tear your ass up. I can't wait to read these comments.
Rim,
no, Joe, that is a representation. You need to stop dating them things that you dating. That's
I hear it. I was saying it in my head.
That's what they're gonna say. It's the type of women that you are dating.
That's what they're gonna say in response to me saying that Rim has shown a resume of 7, 8, 9 years of being cool.
Yes. They're gonna say they're way more cool women than you are giving people credit for.
Then they're idiots. If that's what the response is to that, then they're idiots. That may be the response to the different conversation.
We gonna see.
I'm saying that I've seen my friend's wife handle abnormal situations with a musician for mad years, and no, that's not the fucking baseline out there.
It may not be.
It's true.
It's definitely.
That's it.
I'm not saying that it's not.
If they use that to say that I've dated absolutely no one of substance, then it's off a little bit. 1, 2, when you say that, it's triggering because it assumes that you know everyone I've dated. It assumes that the internet is privy to every single person that has meant something in my life. It's another one of those misrepresentations that happens out there. Yeah. You niggas know 5 Spanish girls. What do you think? I haven't spoken to anybody else?
I've known you for a little while, man. It's like, no.
I said them.
I know 6 Spanish girls.
I didn't say nothing about you.
I might not know. They know 5. I know 6.
Yeah, but you know some black girls too.
It's a joke.
Like you know some.
It's a joke.
You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is this. In my opinion, I don't see a woman that's on the team that's playing ball having an issue with that.
But the thing
everything y'all say, everything
they shouldn't be your girlfriend. Then they shouldn't get a fucking allowance a lot.
And everything you say, you add a variable, and I just hear it differently. So when you say if your girl's on your team and you playing ball, who knows that your girl is on your team in terms of how you viewing finances and saving and
girl if she's not.
You make it more sense. I'm saying there are relationships that exist,
indeed,
where we have not discussed your views on finances and how you view saving, holding kids, blah blah blah, and mine. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what? Then that's a good place. Then that's a good. Then
we don't
presenting that into the debate to find out where she at, and then that could tell you. Maybe I can't build with you then.
Exactly.
You're not. You. I'm seeing who you are.
You are taking offense to this arrangement,
which benefits you,
which benefits us.
Right, us.
You don't see the long-term vision for us.
And then maybe you're not the person for.
But that don't make you fall out of love.
It don't.
No, when your partner don't see the long-term vision in whatever you're saying, that still don't make you fall out of love once you in it.
We not disagreeing.
No, I agree with that 100%.
I just don't see how y'all even get to the conversation. You start out in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. As a man, you are making certain provisions. You are giving, you fucking doing whatever you're doing on the strength, right?
Yeah.
Goes into that whole, this is you doing the dishes versus you wanting to do the dishes, right? From the famous Jennifer Aniston shit. It's the same shit to me. You start out doing whatever you're doing. It starts to build up, right?
Right.
Starts to become a little bit. You say, oh, I could put her on my taxes. We can tax that. We're a couple, so the money will cut back. Blah, 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 blah,
I do certainly think.
She's saying, fam, you started doing these things because you love me. or because we were together and because that's what you felt like doing. And that was how this started. All of this other business, taxes, your shit, fam, you have a blast with that. This tax don't have nothing to do with whatever you do for me out of pure love. Y'all say that's uncommon. I don't see that thinking being really uncommon. Actually, I see the opposite. I see probably 41% of relationships dealing with career jealousy.
You're changing the argument.
Yeah, that changes
all right, then I'm
a
shutting
little
up.
bit
Go ahead. I was just advancing it.
No,
but go ahead.
But you was on. Yo, you started doing all this stuff out of love.
This is still out
I'm
of love.
still doing it out of love. I'm just gonna get a tax benefit from doing it.
Well, now that's up to
To their interpretation of love.
somebody's, yours, hers,
And I certainly
y'all,
think that.
somebody's.
But I'm not
I certainly
changing
think that
anything.
hypothetically, after a year or two, you can go back and be like, I just realized how much I've gifted you over the last couple of years.
And Uncle
how
Sam
would you
is-
feel about
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's
just
a way to
becoming an
present
employee
this.
for me?
You still get it,
You still get it,
but now let's do it this way.
correct.
If I average giving you $4,000 a month, if I average giving you $3,000 a month, I might as well put it in a salary. In 1099, you at the end of the year,
Something you can put on the resume.
and you are gonna buy the blah 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 and write it off.
Please.
I submit to you guys' thinking.
Thank you.
No.
But now here comes the argument.
No. For pod purposes, it's not really submitting. I'm a dude. You're not really telling me nothing. I'm a dude with y'all.
No, but the argument
What I hear,
was,
but
Ish,
what
you
I
would
hear,
never do that.
because you know
life.
what? I want to get back to that. But what I hear from you as you articulate what you're saying is like the barbershop talk that niggas have privately about weddings and proposals. It's, hey, do I spend this on the wedding and the ring and the best day of your life because you a girly girl and you want to feel special inside? Or do I take this money? Do I buy us a home? Do I get our family? Do I put the money away and escrow our kid college? Like, that's what the dude be thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can't say that to no fucking girl. Maybe
I have.
Maybe 2 out of 100. Maybe 5 out of 100. I know.
I'll tell
Yes,
you-
you have, but it's not status quo.
It's funny to anybody that may be listening that's in that situation.
Come on, Ish.
After the wedding, we were running our numbers and shit. And she was like, "Man, we should have bought a house."
Like, yo, my girl told both of y'all. She was like, yo, this is amazing. And Joe's making a joke. Yo, so I got to go to some more weddings. Right away, she's like, yo, I don't want a big wedding. I want the house. We can do something afterwards. This is her saying. We've had this conversation.
Right.
Multiple times. I'm like, yo, you sure? I don't want it to be. I know how girls.
And I just think that my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know how
All of
girls.
y'all
And
have to
I
be the really
was sort of
spoiled
joking
women
because
in
we
your
couldn't have
life.
bought no house with that money where we live in.
No,
so
but
I
I'm
mean,
just-
it
Oh,
was a
where you
joke.
live.
I'm not being
No,
that
not where
serious.
you live.
Yeah,
You could have bought one.
No, yeah, you could have bought a couple.
yeah.
Right around across that water. You could have got some shit. But I say now we going to a different place, but I just think that your girl, this is my personal opinion, I think your girl should have never gotten to girlfriend status if you guys don't have an open line of communication.
I agree.
And I don't think that's a hard conversation to say, yo, dog, you want the wedding or you want this?
And not for nothing, you should. I mean,
If she wants the wedding, you might have to submit to
we've had the
giving her
conversations
wedding.
about having conversations with your significant other about finances and fiscal responsibility anyway. But that should be a conversation somewhat.
Prior to
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
married.
Everything
It's
y'all say
definitely
is
prior
about
to
what
getting
should
married.
be.
Yeah.
Prior to getting
What do
married.
y'all think is?
Oh, it's a mess.
I think that people jump into relationships, or that's one. I think that when people enter into relationships, they don't even have the difficult conversations, right? People don't even know that, fam, this is personal. Today, I go downstairs, I'm starving. You know, I went to court today. Go downstairs, I'm hungry. There's some shit in the refrigerator. I start eating it. After that, fam, you got pork in the refrigerator? She says yes. I threw the whole fucking plate in the garbage. Everything. Brand new food. Threw it in the garbage. That's a conversation that needs to be had. It should have been had. I thought it had it a million times. But
Wait, the food that your girl had in the fridge?
yeah. I was so mad I threw it away.
That's her food, dick.
I know. It's an asshole move. I threw it away. I'm just saying on that super. Say what you want. Let me finish.
You're a wild boy.
I did.
First you eat your girl's food, which is already a violation.
What is wrong with this guy? This guy's fucking nuts, and he thinks it's normal.
Yo.
Where you want me to start?
The bottom line. What's the bottom line say? Was it necessary to throw out my dinner?
You're
nigga.
a caveman.
No, I'm not. I don't eat pork. I don't want pork in that.
It wasn't yours.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with y'all.
Oh, they
but you are in your action. Why is your fat ass touching somebody else?
It's not yours.
You didn't buy it.
They're getting mad.
You never saw it. You didn't order it. I know. You didn't know nothing about this shit. You just get to then you got the what is this in my fridge?
Listen, so we have a point. This is my point.
That's hilarious.
I brought that up to make my point that people don't know the beliefs of their significant other. Right? People don't know how their significant other views children. Right. People don't know how you want to raise your kids Catholic, you want to raise your kids Muslim, you want to raise your people don't even have these conversations. They just have a baby, and now you stuck with a baby, and you want them to go to private school, and I want them to go to public school, and you want them to do this, and I want them to do. People don't have the real conversations. Yeah. Right? So you don't know what your girl's financial aspirations are.
Mm-hmm. I told y'all what fucking Christmas almost did Miles that first year.
There you go.
So, hey, let's put the Christmas tree up there.
See?
Christmas tree?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
My daughter's first Halloween, I said, "Holla who? We're not doing that."
Fam, remember
you don't do Halloween? You are a fucking grump, man.
What's Halloween? But wait, what's Halloween?
You get him, King.
Nah.
Get him,
You're
King.
a grump too.
What's Halloween?
You dress up with the kids and get them fucking candy. Rot their teeth out.
Yeah, but a lot of people are anti-Halloween.
I like candy, but don't like Halloween.
What is this Western civilization bullshit that you're talking about right now?
It's just something to do on a weekend night, man.
Go bowling.
Yo, you can find something else to do.
Yo.
What do you guys say to stage moms?
I don't even know what that is.
What's the stage mom?
Well, look it up.
A mom of a kid that's in the entertainment.
No, make it sound fancy. Make it sound the white way.
No, the entertainment fields, because I didn't want to make specific.
A stage mom or stage dad, I'm reading this, is a parent or guardian of a child, actor / performer who aggressively manages their career, often in what is considered a detrimental, something that I can't say,
detrimental and overbearing manner.
The phrase has expanded to almost any performance-related endeavor, but is mostly linked to those doing traditional theater stage performances in front of an audience. I'll tell you why that's wrong. Luka Doncic. If you subscribe to what you're saying, then what do you say about Luka Doncic? What do you say about all of the people who bypass the normal Western civilization structure of school to pursue what they ended up being a master in? To that, y'all say what?
Whatever works for the individual.
I'm saying turn the heat up to about 450. That's what I'm saying.
He says whatever works for the individual. That's what the fuck I've been saying.
I'm saying I'm about to crack his fucking muffin right now.
The whole time about I don't smell none. I don't smell none.
I can tell you what I feel.
I don't smell any.
I can tell you though.
Save all, run to the bakery?
Yeah. No.
You know, it should make you find a bakery.
Look. We making these from scratch. It should make you
find some bakeries.
These from scratch right here.
I know. Let me hear it.
You want to talk about the stage moms? We have ample examples. You mentioned Luka Doncic. He might be an outlier. And Luka Doncic is not from America.
So
it's not applicable because they have a totally different way of life. You said adopted to the Western Western civilization.
Okay.
In other countries, they don't acclimate to what our rules and our laws are. It's different there.
But my whole argument says fuck our rules.
I know,
and we
but
can
we
make our
talking
own.
about, you asked me how I felt about stage moms. We can list from Joe Jackson all the way up to a lot of people that grew up in the entertainment industry and had stage moms and dads and how fucked up they turned out to be per society standards. Now, who are we to say that?
You about to tell me that Michael Jackson turned out fucked up?
Finished. Michael Jackson not socially awkward?
I don't know.
So I don't know if he was fucked up then. I love Michael Jackson, so rest in peace. You're going to tell me that Michael Jackson, through his own admission, was socially awkward. He said they had a fucked up childhood. He missed his childhood, and he was reliving his childhood as an adult.
Yeah. I was about to say, fam.
You're going to tell me he's not socially awkward? He's 30-year-olds, and his best friends are children.
You telling me about what he said, and I'm telling you about what he did.
And his best friends were children as a grown-up.
And nothing that he did tells me that he regrets the path that his life went on.
Who said anything about regrets? We are talking about stage moms and dads and how these people conveyed or how these people live their lives. We've seen tons and tons and tons of childhood stars that don't turn out with the best results.
Well, then we have no argument, because in my argument is you take the good and the bad of what comes with the decision that you make, which is homeschooling and choosing an untraditional route in learning. And the same goes for if you go to school, you take the good and the bad with what comes from that. When you speak of Michael Jackson, I'll submit, sure, he was socially awkward. Okay. And sure, he missed out on a lot of his childhood. He said all these things. You're right, totally by his own admission. Mm-hmm. I still see nothing that says he would have chosen a different way.
The choices weren't his.
I think
that's the big difference. The choices weren't his. If you make your choices, you lay in the results, right? You make your bed, you lay in it, right? You reap what you sow. All of those other cliche things. Yeah. The choices that Michael Jackson made weren't, I mean, the life Michael Jackson lived.
Can I remind y'all that Michael Jackson was a child when he got away from his dad? He was still a kid. He wasn't grown. Fam, his whole, look at his whole family.
I know.
Man, we see that happen in not just entertainment, though. You got, because that's what I was getting ready to say.
Especially, it's bigger.
Is LeVar Ball a stage dad?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't know the inner. I don't know the inner.
I don't know. His kids could have wanted to have done that.
His kids might have wanted to do that.
Blurry. That's the thing. The kids might have wanted that.
Yeah,
it's blurry.
I don't think that changes anything.
It does.
I don't.
Because the definition says in an overbearing, detrimental manner.
It doesn't say anything about whether the kid wanted to do it or not.
What is considered.
Overbearing could mean that.
It could, but it could also not.
By the definition, yes.
I could love to play ball. I don't love the way that my dad is whooping my ass for the way I'm playing ball.
But look, it says often in what is considered. So it's not saying it has to be considered detrimental or overbearing to be called a stage parent.
Yeah.
So by the definition, it's just a person, a parent or guardian of a child who aggressively manages their career. Mm-hmm. Often.
Was Del Curry a stage dad?
Probably, to some degree.
We got a lot of blurry lines.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'll just say I don't know. I don't know. Wow.
I think if your kid, again,
I don't think Del Curry forced Steph Curry to shoot them shots at All-Star game.
You're not a stage dad. Look, you're not a stage dad. Trey had an affinity for music. He wanted to do that, right? You didn't say, "Yo, you're gonna be a rapper," because you kind of nice with your rhyming.
But if I sign him to my label right now because I want to protect him and love on him and treat him better than I know the labels will, that's still not stage dad?
Not particularly.
And that's why I say that I don't think
you're not aggressively managing. No, Michael Jackson, that was aggressive.
They aggressively.
That was overly aggressive. They used
to get their asses whipped if they didn't want to practice.
They didn't get to have a childhood because of what the dad wanted them to do.
You don't.
They didn't get to figure it out.
But you don't get a childhood. Sorry,
so
Mike,
there's the overly aggressive part. There's the overly aggressive part.
What type of entitled shit are we on? You want a childhood and the Beatles publishing and $300 billion? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Any of that?
That at 8.
Who said he wanted any of that?
Talking about? Nigga ain't no Beatle at 8.
It's no different when we see these people dressing their kids up in all his designer head to toe, and they make the joke like, "Yo, he could have just wanted a Spider-Man shirt."
So you think he wanted the Beatles publishing at 8? That nigga wanted to be outside running behind a ball.
He actually said it. I'm reading it right over here. He was in the studio, looked outside, saw the kids playing, and got sad because he couldn't do it. That's what he wanted to do. The decision was taken away from him.
You niggas is too old to be telling me about an 8-year-old sadness. Who gives a fuck?
The 8-year-old ass, and you as a parent, you should give a fuck. You should care about your kids.
Zinjo back. I'm asking you. I'm asking you and you as grown adult. Your 8-year-old is sad. You told him to come in the house before the fucking lights come on. And at the end of the road, he made $500 billion. No, and he's the richest entertainer in the world. Who the fuck is he that go outside?
Typical Joe that changed. I'm about to answer you.
Scream because you loud and wrong.
Yo, typical Joe to change the narrative and say he wanted to come outside because the lights was off. No, nigga, it wasn't the lights on outside. It was the daytime, and he couldn't go outside and play because he's fucking fucking doing spins. And if you don't do the spins, my father's gonna beat my ass.
If you don't do the spins, you'll never moonwalk.
His father don't know his moonwalk is at the end of that
If
rainbow.
you
He might not have wanted
do
to
the
moonwalk.
spins,
So what? He
But
didn't want to. You're
but
a dad. If fucking Lex don't want to do something you want to do, you gonna beat him?
No.
All right, then. That's my point.
I'm not
you
never
gonna care
gonna-
about your
I'm
kid's
not never
sadness.
gonna beat my kid.
You said who cares about their kid's sadness? The parents should give a fuck if their 8-year-old kid is sad or not.
Not the stage mom.
That's my point.
And not the stage
You
dad.
saying an 8-year-old boy was entitled. He
That's
wants
not-
to
wait,
go
wait, wait,
outside
wait,
and
wait.
play.
No, that's not. No, no.
That
no,
is
no.
what you said.
No, when I said that, it was in hindsight from when the 8-year-old kid is an adult. So great, you wanna change what happened back then, but you want to reap the fruits of what happened from what happened
Honestly,
back then.
Joe,
I would never say that an 8-year-old is entitled. I just want to make myself
You're a
clear.
mental health
Joe.
advocate.
Thank you.
Joe,
You're a
he
mental
may
health
not have
advocate.
all the shit that he dealt with as an adult. He might have said it's not even worth it.
Exactly. You're a mental health advocate.
My
You
response to
looking
that
at
is
the
he never
mater-
said that, and I never heard him say that. And if he did, then show it to me, and I will shut the fuck up. But until then, I have to assume that adult-ass Mike, who was a kid when he got the fuck away from his dad, made a few decisions that said, I want to continue in this light with or without you. That's what I'm saying. To that, y'all say what?
That's all I know at this point. What
I have
the
a
fuck
few.
else do I do?
I have a few things to say. One, I can't give you the answers because I don't know the particulars, and I would be lying if I say I know exactly what went on in Michael Jackson's life. What I can say is this: how many kids get taken away from their dad? As overbearing as we known him to be, something had to be going on in this nigga's household for your 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old son to be taken out of your household. Something had to be going on. Your superstar son. And we know Joe Jackson to be an overbearing person. His kids have said that they were mistreated growing up, et cetera, et cetera. For that boy to be taken out of their household, something had to be going on.
I agree. And what I think was going on is what goes on often in stage moms, stage dads' houses. What went on was you have brought your kid as far as you believe you're able to bring him. I'm not saying he's right for how he did it, Joe Jackson. I'm never saying that. I'm saying at some point, Joe Jackson realized, all right, growing up, Jackson was upset that he couldn't have a good time. Yeah, I don't care about that. It means nothing to me.
You just said show it. You said show me where he said that. He's showing you where he said it.
No. I'm saying show me where he said I would have rather things went different. Not that. Of course he was upset he couldn't go outside and have fun.
Jackson accused his father of being physically
He
abusive.
was. He
we
was.
perform for
And I
him
ain't
and he
vouching for
critique
it.
us. If you messed up, you got hit. Sometimes with a belt, sometimes with a switch.
That's wrong. I'm not defending that behavior.
So you don't think he would rather be outside shooting jumpers?
I'm saying he would rather not get beat up. But I don't think that nothing happened to make him say, yo, I wish I wasn't doing music. I wish I wasn't learning how to dance. I wish I wasn't getting the conditioning and the training and the knowledge and whatever I was getting. And I think that when it happened, Joe Jackson met Quincy Jones or whoever he met that nurtured that relationship. And this is all I could do for you. We've seen that story. I think that happened with Little Richard and Mad Niggas. That happened before him.
Here's the thing with Mike,
if I
though.
remember right.
Here's the thing with Mike.
All
Joe.
the child stars, they got passed off to somebody that could do better for them. Now, they might have got fucked moving on. But hey, I've brought you as far as I can bring you as a parent. I don't know enough. Here. I think that's common.
Do you think, as a mental health person, and this is in this article because I read it already, where Michael Jackson, excuse me, as a mental health person, Michael Jackson says he didn't, when he became an adult and super rich and all this, he went back to relive his childhood. In doing so, it made people very suspicious of him. Why are you hanging around these kids, et cetera, et cetera. That wore on him to where I can't even. Do you think I can't enjoy my life as an adult because of all of this? I never enjoyed my childhood. I might have rather just had a regular life if this is what I get. Do you think
that's a possibility?
That's all we're saying. It could be.
I'm never dismissing that. That's 100% a possibility. All I'm saying is I can't confirm it because I never heard him say that. But all this other shit y'all saying, I'm with y'all. I
Like
know
he said,
his
he wanted to
childhood was
provide children
deprived.
with the childhood
He felt the
missed.
way toward his dad. He felt the way towards his brothers. Like he felt the way. He had a lot of emotions. The shit with the kids, the shit with the animals and the carnivals and all that Arrested Development type shit. I'm with y'all on that. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is when you look from this spot on the hill down, and you be like, Well, shit, look what Mike did. I don't know that Mike says, nah. Now, maybe nah to the abuse. Of course, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about nah to the strictness and the structure.
Can you have one without the other, though?
No.
Huh?
You can't.
Well, in Mike's story, we'll never know because it happened how it happened.
And
but
again,
that's my argument. My argument is, we could take away all that nasty stuff, and it's beautiful.
Allen Iverson said, people were telling him to stay in school. He was the number one pick. He didn't necessarily have to stay in school. But he said, it started to weigh on him when he would go home to Virginia and his mother's lights would be out. They wouldn't have no electricity. And he's like, I'm coming back to live on this dope-ass campus at Georgetown, big-ass room, eating all this good shit. And when I'm going home, my mother and my little sister is sitting out here with no lights on. So he was like the decision because Grant Hill kind of dissed him when he went pro. I remember Grant Hill dissed him. And I was tight, like, who the fuck are you to diss him?
Right.
Your mother was Hillary Clinton's sweet mate, nigga. Your father played for the Cowboys. You could have stayed in school for 4 years and your family been supportive of you.
Right.
Everybody's scenario is not the same.
Right.
There's a lot of people depending on you.
Exactly. So, again, Grant Hill, shut your dumb ass up. Let this man go get the bread. He was the number one pick. He had really nothing else to prove in college from a basketball standpoint, right? So those decisions are easy for him. My nephew just got drafted. His father had a conversation with me. Says, what do you think? And I gave him my opinion. I said, I like him staying in school for the social piece.
Right.
Like, he a professional athlete now. That comes along with a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Luckily, he's in Atlanta. He's around his family. He's around his support system. Let's just say, and I had these conversations with him too. Let's just say he gets thrown in New York.
You actually said that. You didn't want him to go to New
Fam,
York.
the buzzards are out in New York, nigga.
Right.
The buzzards are out. We see what happened with the young boy from Charlotte. Right? The buzzards are here. So again, it's other shit that I think you need to get
Find
before
the baby buzzards first.
And again, in my nephew's case, his father's not tapped. They not struggling for no money. So they could have weighed the option to find out what's best for him. Right. But sometimes you don't have that option. Fam, your family's starving. I'm out. There's a true story. I came home from college and I started job hunting, right? I left college, came back, started job hunting. I got 2 jobs. One was with American Express Financial Advisors, right? Series 7, the whole 9 yards, mad bread, just mad money. The other job was working in finance at a pharmaceutical software company.
Okay.
I went to my mom and I asked her, I said, what do you recommend? I said, I'm taking American Express job. My mother got mad.
Why?
Because she didn't understand the concept. And this is what a lot of minority parents do, right? We feel, because the world has told us that we're not able to accomplish certain shit, that we should conform. You ever seen Made in Manhattan? And Jennifer Lopez's mother was like, who are you to be the manager? You can't be the manager. That's not up to you. It got to be a white manager. Parents feel that way, right? My mother got mad and was like, you and your big dreams. Swear to God, this is a true story. Says you and your big dreams, right? Hurt, broken, whatever. I go talk to her later, and I'm talking to her and my uncle at the same time, and he pulled me to the side and said, you got to understand where we come from. That type of ambition is frowned upon, one, and it's a farce to us. So this is when I argue with Corey and I argue with, when people say, that's white shit. It's not white shit. It's everybody shit. We can accomplish way more than the white people too.
You pod.
No, stupid.
I'm serious.
If we're homeschooled.
You're crushing that shit.
This asshole said if we're homeschooled.
We can accomplish it.
No.
And I didn't mean to interrupt your train of thought.
No. I'm just saying that's a real thing in a lot of minority households, dog, that we only can reach this.
From watching my friend.
You're Hispanic, right? I don't know your family, never met nobody in your family. I'm speaking right? We really get. Yeah, like you might not have experienced it, but in a Hispanic household, like we have a ceiling that we can reach, right? And anything or any thoughts of going above that.
So which job did you
or not
taking?
even above? Any thoughts going different? Just
which job did you end up
path?
I took both, right? So I took both. I went to the regular job because they were paying me $32,000 a year. That's what I made, right? $32,000. I took that job because I had immediate bills to pay. And then I took the other job where I was getting the training and all that shit at nighttime.
Okay.
I was getting the training, the in-book training, studying for the Series 7, all of that shit at night. And then I was going to transfer to the full-time American Express job.
Right.
Ish kicked in. And I said, man, fuck American Express. I'm going to go do this, and this, plus the job. But again, I always had the entrepreneur. It was in me. I was 22 years old, maybe 23 years old. I always had that to be an entrepreneur. But those classes set me on that path too.
I'm sure.
Right? Because you looking at rich motherfuckers that was 28 that played golf from 11 o'clock. That had a book of business that was crazy. So that piqued my interest in the stock market and finance and all that other shit. But no, my mom told me to take the 9-to-5 job.
It was pretty. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, and didn't try to finesse me into thinking bigger, dreaming bigger. Right? My mother was an in-the-box thinker, to Joe's point. My mother thought in the box, get that 9-to-5 safe job, and don't ask too many questions. Keep your head down and work and get a pension.
Right.
People teach their kids that.
I was just getting ready to say that. Like, that's kind of what happened in my household. From as early as I was always a straight A student. It was, soon as you graduate, you got to go to college. Like, there was no alternative. There was no even thinking outside of the box. Your life to them is laid out. You got to hit this check mark, then this check mark, then this check mark, then this check mark, and then you retire. That was it. Go to college immediately afterwards. Go buy you a house. Like, they're telling me these things. Never mind if I might want to do something different.
Right.
You know, I had a conversation with my little cousin. I was like, listen, actually it was my little brother. He was like, I don't want to go to college because I don't know what I want to go for.
It's great.
I told him, I said, there's nothing wrong with that. He's like, yeah, but Pops is saying this, and this person's saying this, and this, everybody's telling me I need to do this. I said, dog, it's your life. If you don't know what you want to do, figure it out first.
I think it's unfair too.
You can't put
it's
that.
It's really hard. On an 18 or 17, 18-year-old
to pick what you want to do for the rest of your life. So, I think that's so unfair that the world puts on us.
Yeah.
I think it.
Well, but also the reality of it is you don't really need to figure out what you're doing in college for 2 years because you're doing all
the first 2 years. So I was gonna say that too.
Like that mentality is ingrained in us. You got to know what you're going to college for before you go to college. But you don't really
even
know
that. Some people
know that
do
at
not
17.
know. That's what I was going to say. You don't know.
That at 17.
I graduated high school on June 18th. Right. I started college July 1st.
Wow.
Literally.
EOF.
No. I went somewhere else.
You know what EOF is?
No.
You thought I was trying to be funny.
I thought you was.
I know. I ain't joking.
You looked at me.
Rim said, you know what EOF is? EOF is like equal opportunity fund or something. It's something that they give you. Like it pays a nice piece of your tuition, and then but you got to go to summer classes and get the summer training first prior to the semester starting.
Oh no. It wasn't that. But
this nigga thought
because it's you, light skin ass nigga. But nah, I was like, it was my family. Like, this is what you got to do. Figure it out from here. And I was always the techie dude so I was like, all right, cool, I'll do this. I got a job and started, like, while in school, started seeing some real money.
Getting some coochie.
Some good coochie, too.
And it changed things.
It really, it changed that. I'm not going, are you crazy?
But your parents had good intentions.
Fuck y'all.
Like, your parents had good intentions.
Right.
Because they want for us more than they got. Right?
Yeah. Correct.
So my mother or my father weren't college grads.
But there's a way you have to find that middle ground.
They don't know better, yo.
Right.
You
can't force, because I did it this way or because I didn't do it this way, you have to do this.
I agree with you.
There has to be a middle ground.
I agree.
Because
they didn't know.
What a lot of parents don't understand is that your child is going to be their own person. And sometimes it takes parents years to get it. Some of them never get it.
True.
You talking about your parents, that were born in the 50s.
No, they wasn't.
How old is your mom?
My mom's birthday tomorrow, and she was born in 65.
Oh, damn, your parents young. All right, well, again, even in the 60s, in the 60s, bro, they still only not even a generation away from Jim Crow and certain learning. So again, your parents want, because they've heard that college, and for them, once the industrial shit was over, college was the way to go.
Yes.
Right.
So they're going to tell their kids, yo, you got to go to college so that you can make something of yourself because that's what they were taught. Yep. The same way we'll have whatever advice to give our kids based on our learnings and our teaching.
And also that was probably true
That was
for
true.
them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn, that was true.
it's still true to this day to some degree.
to an extent.
To a very big degree. Yeah. That's why I said, yo, book learning is definitely vital.
It is.
Right?
And,
I don't
and not for nothing, it's the parents' job or the society, older society around the child's job to determine whether this person, maybe a 17-year-old kid now, you could look at and be like, he probably doesn't need to go to college. He's
Or
already-
college ain't for him. He don't have the discipline to go to college.
Explain the alternatives.
Right.
Sure.
Like the conversation I had with my brother, I said, listen, if you decide you don't want to go to college, which is fine,
What you gonna do?
go get a trade.
Right.
And bro,
And I will put you through whatever you figure it out. Whether you want to go develop a trade at least. You don't have to go to a traditional 4-year. If you don't want to do that, you don't know what you want to do it for. Cool, but you got to do something.
you gotta find a means to feed yourself.
Right.
Right? You got to find a means to put food on your table.
Correct.
Because if you don't, it opens up the door to other options, which are all down a bad road.
Exactly. And that's the road we can't take.
So, again,
You can live your life, but we got to. My job as an older brother is to kind of
guide you.
right.
Yeah.
And to not make the mistakes that I've made.
Fam, my garbage guy, this is real rap. My guy that does my demos and my garbage, he probably makes $350,000, $400,000 a year. Doing garbage and clean outs and shit like that. Literally like, yo, I need this gutted to the studs. I need that. He gut everything, pull the carpets up, take the floors up. He gotta be making $450,000, $400,000. Doing clean outs.
Right.
So again, you don't gotta go to college to be successful.
Right.
Yo, landscapers are out here that can't speak a fucking lick of English and they make $1 million in the summer. And chill damn near all winter. They do snow removal and shit like that in the winter. But yo, you don't necessarily have to go to college.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
To be
100%.
successful at all.
100%.